What's up guys, I'm James, also known as Just Some Nerd, and in this video I'm going to be showing off my collection of 3D printed Han Solo DL-44 blasters. All of these models are available online, so I'll put links in the description so you can download them and print your own. The first one I want to show you guys actually isn't 3D printed. It's just this cheap toy that you can get on Amazon for like 15 bucks, but this is what kind of kick-started my interest in doing this. I picked up one of these when I first started doing my Han costume, and I had so much fun repainting it that I ended up buying a whole bunch of them to repaint for people. If you're interested in seeing my process for repainting something like this, you should check out my video on the Batman grappling gun, where I go into detail repainting a very similar toy to this, but there are tons of other great videos on YouTube of more experienced cosplayers than me repainting toys exactly like this. It's also got very realistic sound effects. So as much as I enjoyed repainting those toy blasters, I was quickly bitten by the accuracy bug and I wanted something more. So I started looking around on Google and I found an Etsy seller that was selling 3D printed kits for this guy. This, I believe, is based on the remix by Lego Jeff on Thingiverse, and it's kind of a simplified version of Han's blaster, but it's still kind of a step up from the toy. So I ordered this, and I ordered this one of Ray's blaster from the seller on Etsy. These two models were my first real exposure to 3D printing, and they were what inspired me to start looking into getting my own printer. So I started doing research, and I eventually found the printer that I thought was right for me, and I ordered it, and one of the first things I printed was this guy. This is ported to reality, awesomely accurate DL-44 model. This is like a 40+ part model. It's got great accuracy, lots of detail. It has an internal mechanism that makes the trigger work. If you have a 3D printer and you haven't printed one of these yet, what are you doing, man? You print one. I used this as the primary blaster for my Han cosplay for about a year until I printed another one, but with another year's experience of 3D printing and finishing props like this under my belt. This is the second version of that blaster that I printed. The grips are printed in a wood-filled PLA and then coated with like a wood stain, and they look incredible. In the future, any projects I do that have like a wood look to them, this is how I'm going to do it, and I really recommend this stuff to you guys if you haven't tried it before. Next, I have a couple of Airsoft mods. This first one is another A New Hope style blaster, and I did a detailed video on how I put this one together. If you're interested in that, I'll link that at the end of this video. This one was put together with parts from the Ported to Reality kit that I was just talking about, as well as Sean K. Field's conversion kit for the cheap Airsoft guns that this was built off of. If your goal is a quick, inexpensive build that's pretty accurate, then this is the way I recommend that you go. Here I have one that was built on the same Airsoft base, but an Empire Strikes Back configuration. This model was designed by Jace1969, and it's available on Thingiverse, but if you want it broken up into individual pieces, you have to buy the file on his Etsy store. Putting this together is essentially the same as this one, except for a few obvious differences because the parts are different. It's not really that much harder, but it's maybe a bit more involved of a project. Lastly guys, what good is Han Solo without his trusted first mate Chewbacca? Chew's bowcaster was designed by Chazman and printed in 27 different parts. This was one of the first larger 3D printed projects that I took on, and I had a few issues with some of the larger parts fitting on my printer bed, but that just forced me to learn new things like cutting up models in Mesh Mixer. Alright guys, so there you have it, my ridiculous 3D printed Han Solo blaster collection. Have you printed any of these blasters? Are there other models that you think I should try printing? If so, leave a comment down below. If you're interested in seeing more pictures of all of these, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I've got loads more pictures of this stuff on there. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, may the Force be with you.